Let's begin what's trending in Benue State, where over 100 people, including women and children, were killed in an overnight attack by gunmen in Yelwata.
Welcome to AfriFreedomChannel, your trusted voice for in-depth African news, political analysis, and revolutionary commentary. If you're new here, we urge you to like, share, and subscribe to stay informed on critical issues affecting our people and our continent. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell so you never miss an important update. We also encourage you to engage with us in the comment section. Share your thoughts, reactions, and questions, but please, let's keep all discussions respectful and constructive. Together, we can build a community rooted in truth, consciousness, and accountability. Disclaimer. The following content contains details that may be disturbing or emotionally upsetting. Viewer discretion is advised. This report is based on verified news sources and online eyewitness accounts, and it is presented solely for informational and educational purposes. AfriFreedomChannel does not promote violence, hate, or misinformation. Over the weekend, a brutal and heartbreaking tragedy unfolded in Benue State, Nigeria.
Let's begin what's trending in Benue State, where over 100 people, including women and children, were killed in an overnight attack by gunmen in Yelwata and Daudu communities in Guma local government area. The attack, which occurred from late Friday into Saturday morning, led to international condemnation and a call for the Nigerian government to take more action and to end the bloodshed. Pope Leo XIV on Sunday expressed profound sorrow and offered prayers for the victims of what he described as a terrible massacre. Many of the victims were internally displaced persons sheltered by the local Catholic mission. The Pope called for security, justice, and peace in Nigeria.
Si è verificato un terribile massacro in cui circa 200 persone sono state uccise con estrema crudeltà, la maggior parte delle quali erano sfollati interni, ospitati dalla missione cattolica locale. Prego affinché la sicurezza, la giustizia e la pace prevalgano in Nigeria, paese amato e così colpito da varie forme di violenza. E prego in modo particolare per le comunità cristiane rurali dello Stato di Benue, che incessantemente sono stati vittime della violenza.
Well, the police on Sunday used tear gas to disperse young people who trooped out in protest over the killings. The protesters carried leaves, banners, and placards demanding federal government intervention. Let's take a look.
As you can see, they are throwing tear gas. Did you see? They are throwing tear gas. We will go back. Oh, Jesus. Stop. No.
Police fired tear gas at these defenseless Nigerians protesting their rights. I mean, they had leaves, they had banners, they had no guns, no weapons. But I believe the Commissioner of Police said that the Inspector General of Police has taken over security operations in the state and has deployed special forces to address the situation, assuring residents that the authorities are in control and making arrests. Military aerial surveillance has also been deployed across Makurdi and its environs. Vimba, you did see this story. I don't know if you saw the video by activist Very Dark Man who went in there. I mean, kudos to him. He went in there and filmed. It's horrific. We can't show it here. But children, our children, burned to the ground. I mean, women, defenseless women, burned. And one of the people that was in that video by VDM, the witness, said that, the police was there and was, trying to ward off and attack the people, the bandits that had come earlier. On one side of the location, the police were fighting the attackers. And then on the other side, the attackers came in and lit up the place, burning children. I'll take Atiku Abubakar's tweet. He wrote, "These killings, once again, targeting defenseless communities, underscores the escalating insecurity crisis facing our nation. Words cannot adequately express the sorrow felt by those left widowed, orphaned, or displaced. This assault on innocent Nigerians is not just a local tragedy. It's a national emergency that demands immediate attention and decisive action. I call on all Nigerians, regardless of tribe or religion, to unite in condemning this atrocity. We must hold our leaders accountable and insist on sustainable solutions to the violent tragedies claiming lives across the country. May God comfort the grieving families, heal our nation, and help us reclaim peace and security for all." I'll start with you, Rufai Oseni, over there in Abuja. Your thoughts on all the comments that I have raised so far?
Audrey, it's a dark time for our country. But you know, what is even scary for all of us, and for me particularly, is the fact that President Tinubu has not even deemed it fit to be able to go there. If that place is just about 10 kilometers to Nasarawa, then it shouldn't take more than a 2-3 hour journey from Abuja. Why hasn't President Tinubu gone straight to where this has happened? Between 2023 and 2025, if you are to do a cumulative sum total of the deaths in Benue, it's well over 3,000 based on different sources from Amnesty to the likes. In fact, some reports are saying that up till about April this year, the death toll was already over 500. If Yelwata had over 200 people, then what are we seeing? We're seeing mass carnage happening in our country, and our leaders are not saying anything about it. They're just saying, oh, the governor should intervene. He should talk to them. So it's so easy for the governor to intervene, and he has not intervened all this while. When the top military chief came there, what did he do? What solution did he bring to the problem? Till today, who is going to account for the children that are charred? I was talking about DNA. A lot of people feel, oh, in Nigeria, does that work? But shouldn't we account for the children that were charred to death in those videos? Over 1,000 households displaced. That's over 6,000 people. Thousands of men, thousands of women and children. We have a crisis on our hands, and everybody moves ahead like nothing is happening. Till today, the president has not visited. The question, like I asked before, is how many people must die in an incident for the president to visit? In Niger, were hundreds of people too. About 1,000 people couldn't be accounted for in Niger floods. The president didn't visit. So what must it take? Should it be 1,000? Should it be 10,000? Is it that people are not dying enough in all of this crisis? And if the commander-in-chief is saying the governor should go in there, why do we subject our sovereignty to him to provide security as enshrined in the Constitution? Section 14(2)(b). Because the reason why we have a commander-in-chief and we subject our sovereignty to him is, as the head of state, should be able to coalesce all the forces of state to provide security at a time when there's insecurity. So this has continued. If we were to flip the script, many years to this time, maybe 2014, I'm sure President Tinubu never gave Goodluck Jonathan breathing space. He kept on reminding him that you're commander-in-chief. Get something done about it. And then when you look at it now, protesters that are protesting, you think those people were so happy just to go out there to protest the killings of their own people? The police could tear gas them, and you have helicopters hovering around. But how about fighting the people that are committing this mayhem? President Tinubu, I would rather that we look at solving the problems in Benue and other parts of the country, rather than this political talk of endorsement here and there as regards the 2027 presidency. And that's why this morning, out of protest, I said, I will never talk about politics where people are dying, and I will never dignify politicians by talking about who is endorsing who. Don't we have a heart in this country? Is it because it doesn't come close to us? Really? Is that the country we have built so insensitive to the plight of people? Just imagine if you were called that your dearest and your closest died in Benue.
All right.
In the early hours of the night, over 100 innocent people were killed in Yelwata and Daudu communities in Guma local government area. Among the victims were women, children, and elderly people, many of whom were reportedly slaughtered in their sleep. This heinous act was carried out by unknown gunmen, and as of now, no group has claimed responsibility. This is not the first time Benue has suffered such carnage. So the question must be asked, why does this keep happening? Why are Nigerian lives, especially in Middle Belt communities, treated with such disposability? What kind of government allows this level of impunity to persist without justice? And more importantly, where is the protection promised to every citizen under the Nigerian constitution? In the aftermath of this tragedy, former Vice President Atiku Abubakar issued a strong statement condemning the killings. He expressed deep sorrow and called for accountability, urging Nigerians to demand better governance and hold their leaders responsible for the continued insecurity in the country. Atiku's words resonate with a growing sentiment across the nation that silence from leadership equals complicity. But how far can statements go without action? Why have there been no resignations, no arrests, and no clear roadmap for ending this bloodshed? Does political condemnation without practical follow-through offer any real hope to the bereaved families in Benue? Or is it just another round of empty promises? In a rare and deeply symbolic gesture, Pope Leo XIV offered prayers and expressed profound sorrow over what he described as a terrible massacre. The Pope's acknowledgement of the incident elevates the moral urgency of this crisis to the international stage. When religious leaders beyond Africa begin to mourn our dead, we must ask ourselves, why do we, the people most affected, seem powerless to stop the cycle? How many more lives must be lost before the world and Nigerian leaders wake up to the bloodbath happening within our borders? And why must it take the voice of a foreign religious figure to draw the kind of attention that our own institutions should be raising loudly? This attack is part of a larger pattern of insecurity in Nigeria, one marked by government silence, compromised law enforcement, and unending grief. Communities across Benue, Plateau, Southern Kaduna, Zamfara, and parts of Niger State continue to experience mass killings, displacement, and destruction of property. Are we looking at a failure of leadership, or something even deeper, like an orchestrated abandonment of certain regions and peoples? Why is there so little national outrage? Why are the perpetrators rarely, if ever, brought to justice? Is there a political economy behind these attacks that benefits some while destroying the lives of many? This tragedy in Benue is not just a headline, it is a reflection of a broken system. A system where governance has failed, where lives are lost without consequence, and where communities are left to grieve in silence. It is time for every Nigerian, every African, and every conscious voice in the diaspora to demand justice, not just condolences. If you've been moved by what you've heard today, do not stay silent. Share this video, raise your voice, and keep the conversation going in the comment section. Let us know, what do you believe is the solution to this crisis? Is it time for new political leadership? Should communities organize their own defense? Or is international intervention the only way forward? Thank you for tuning into AfriFreedomChannel, where we amplify truth, challenge injustice, and push for the liberation of the African mind and society. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe for more hard-hitting and necessary updates like this one. Until next time, stay informed, stay bold, and stay free.